name is Randall, and I'd like to welcome you to the kitchens of Smoky Mountain Cheese. We really got a super good recipe for you today, homemade crab cakes, and this is going to be premium restaurant style quality. So go ahead, let's go ahead and take a look at all of our ingredients and see how we're going to mix this all together. Okay, so we're starting out with 2 boxes of cornbread stuffing. Any kind, any brand will work. And I made it as directed. However, it calls for 1.5 cups of water. I only put 1 1/4 cup per box. This is 2 boxes. Okay, so next we have 1 pound of shredded up imitation crab meat. So I broke these down into pretty little tiny pieces. Don't want too big of a lumps in there. And also we have 1 can of crab meat with the juice remaining. Okay, this is a little canned crab meat, wild caught. Find it in the grocery store. You know, $2.53, not bad at all. We got 4 eggs, and when you boil your water for your stuffing, be sure you put in 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. So, and what you're going to end up here, we're going to end up patting these out and put them in a frying pan on some hot grease, and this is going to make quite a bit, so whatever you have left over you can just put in Ziploc bags and freeze. Take them, throw in the microwave, and you're all good. So now we've got our cooled cornbread stuffing mix here, already seasoned with our Old Bay and our garlic powder. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and dump our 4 eggs in. Okay, now remember we still have our juice. We saved all of our juice right here on our wild caught crab meat, so let's go ahead and get that in there next. Real nice. And this has a really super good flavor, and this can be made for well under, you know, $8-9. Not bad. So now we're going to go ahead and get our 1 pound of shredded, and you can see how I broke it up into pretty small little pieces here. Like I said, this will yield a lot of product, and my kids love these things. I love them. And whatever you have left over, just throw them in the freezer, and when you want one, take it out, pop it in the microwave for about a minute, and you're good. So let's go ahead and give all this a really good mix. Get everything mixed up real good together, the eggs and our crab meat mixed in, and we'll be ready to patty them out and put them in the skillet. As you can see, we got this all nice and mixed up, and looks like it's going to patty out real nice. If you do forget to reduce the water and the stuffing, have some Italian breadcrumbs on standby, and you can throw a few of them in there to kind of dry it up just a little bit, but these should patty out real nice. So let's go ahead and get our skillet going with some grease and get ready to pop these babies in the fryer. Okay, I just checked the temperature of my grease. I'm about a 5 medium heat. I just took a little pinch of our crab cake mixture and dropped in there, so you can see how it's all frying up now. So now we're going to go ahead and patty us one of these little guys up. And I try to make them, you know, kind of patty them out and press them with my hand. And if your mixture comes out right, then it shouldn't be too sticky or too big of a mess to fool with. You can see all that nice crab meat laying in there. So we're going to go ahead and pat this out about a 1/2 inch or a little less. Lay that in there. Go ahead and get us another one. While your family's sitting there waiting on these delicious crab cakes to emerge from the frying pan, be sure to have them snacking on some Smoky Mountain Noble Beer cheese. Veteran owned, veteran made. We employ veterans and disabled veterans. And you know, if we don't take care of our own people, then who will? So got our second one all patted out there real nice. I said this will yield quite a bit of product. Now I'll tell you one way I like these. I like them with steamed vegetables and my little crab cake sauce that I make up, and we'll go over that just a little bit later. But they're also good if you make them, you know, about bun size. Some tartar sauce, a little bit of lettuce, toasted bun. You've got a crab cake sandwich. Crab cake burger, poor boy burger, poor crab burger. You ever have whatever you want to call it, but it's actually really good that way. And these are going to take about 3 to 4 minutes, 5 minutes on each side, just so they get a nice golden brown. So we're going to give these guys, you know, a couple more minutes on this side, then we're going to flip them over and see how they look on the other side. Okay, these guys have been here about 4.5 minutes, so let's go ahead and take the first one we put in and pop him over and see how he looks. Oh yeah, see that nice golden brown color? And that's kind of where you want them. You don't want to overcook them. So we'll go ahead and get the rest of these flipped over and give them about another 2.5, 3 minutes, maybe 4, to cook even on the other side, and we'll load up our next round. Okay, I've given them about 3 minutes on the other side, and I just checked one. If you'll see here how it's got that nice brown coloring, so these little guys are ready to come off. So we'll put it on our plate, and I always put a napkin down with these guys. That way if you got any excess grease, it's going to drain off there. These should have a real nice flaky crab cake seafood style flavor that I would put up against any restaurant per se. So let's go ahead and load this guy up one more time, and we're going to work on some vegetables and get ready to have us a nice little meal. Alright, we just finished our last round of crab cakes. They're absolutely delicious. I've eaten 2 so far. I don't know what else to say, but they're premium quality, restaurant quality. I mean, you can't get flavor this well in some restaurants. So we're going to go ahead and take our crab cakes and put them with our fresh steamed vegetables. Let's get a closer look at these crab cakes and what they look like on the inside. So we just pulled our last batch out of the frying pan, and you can see this yielded a lot of product. There's still a couple more. Well, the ones I ate didn't make it to the plate. But anyway, we got some fresh steamed vegetables here. So let's go ahead and get a couple of these little guys on here. And what I have here is my own little mix sauce. This is mayonnaise, ketchup, horseradish, a little bit of mustard, and paprika. So, and I do 50-50 on the mayonnaise and ketchup, the horseradish to taste, paprika to taste, and this, I call it my crab cake sauce. Let's go ahead and give this a little squirt here on our crab cakes. And that's going to give them a really nice little tangy flavor. I mean, does that not look delicious? You got your fresh steamed vegetables, which I will import some Smoky Mountain No Bull beer cheese on top of that. And then, you know, my sauce for my crab cakes. Let's get a closer look at one of these crab cakes here. As you can see, brown on both sides. When you tear them in, it's just full of crab meat. And it's got that authentic flavor. If you remember back at the beginning of the segment, we were talking about saving the juice out of the crab meat. So this stuff right here is just, I mean, it's loaded with meat. And, you know, $8-9, and I've got enough to feed my family 2 or 3 times. You know, and it don't just have to be served on a plate. Said you can put it on a bun with some lettuce and some tartar sauce, and have you a poor boy crab cake sandwich, or you know, ever how you want to do it. It's all going to be good. These are out of this world. Again, thank you for joining today in the kitchens of Smoky Mountain Cheese. Hope you try this. It's simple, easy to make, very cheap to make. And we'll look forward to seeing you again. Maybe have a blessed day.